went to Franklin Carson Coffee one time and the tailgate fell off and was skidding down the road. They all busted out laughing.
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's come a long way. James E. Garner. I'm from Maryville, Tennessee. This is a 1941 Studebaker pickup truck, M as in Mike, M5, half ton.
The first thing I wanted to do was thank you for your service.
My honor.
Now you've had this for a little bit, right?
March of 2017. Somebody had great ideas before I got it, Eric. It had been in a farmer's field. Somebody decided to pull it in, strap a Toyota Supra front clip and rear end. So they welded it onto the M5 frame. And that gave me disc brakes, independent suspension, and power steering.
Okay.
And it came with a flathead Ford V8, and I didn't really want that particular engine. It's a good thing because it had, 2 weeks later, I found out it had 3 cracked valve seats. So we pulled that out, and I put a small block Chevy, a little bit of a build. It's a blueprinted 350 with an old build, double hump heads. The older guys, oh, I am the older guy.
You are.
Double hump heads on it, so it's got 202 heads on it, and it's got a mother thumper cam. Other than that, that's what's underneath the hood.
Super business on this?
No, but coincidentally, a buddy of mine drives a 47 M5, and it has a Datsun 240Z rear end underneath it. Of all things, I mean, you don't even see these trucks, and for 2 of them to be here local, and both of them have foreign rear, it's kind of wild, yeah.
What would you call this? Would you call this like a hot rod or a rat rod?
Good question, because I get mixed answers. Some see it as a rat rod, some see it as a hot rod. No purist would call it a Studebaker M5, okay? Well, first of all, I don't love the truck, but I do like it a lot. I love my wife, but I really, really like my truck. Okay. You know what enamored me, Eric, was the Mustache grill. When you look at the front of this particular model, and they made it from 41 to 48, Mustache grill. And it looks like a mustache. And I just thought it was the coolest look. It just brought me in to the truck. It's weird, I know, but I really like that look. And interestingly, 4 out of those 8 years, everything went to the war effort, World War II. Half of the Studebakers made went to Europe, to Russia. They were our ally at the time. And then the other half went to the Pacific Theater, to Burma, and they helped rebuild the Burmese road, which is kind of interesting, I think. So now, sometimes you can get online, and you see these Studebakers over in Europe and over in Asia. And that's how they got there. But they made this truck during those war years, you know, 3/4 ton. They made it like a 1.5 deuce. They made a half track. So Studebaker was kind of in vogue with the war effort at that time, as many were in America, of course. Studebaker horn button. It works, but because I have a power steering unit at the end of the steering column, there wasn't a way to run a wire, and it took me the longest to figure it out. And then one of my hot rod buddies said, "Hey, why don't you put a boat horn on it?" So it's a wireless boat horn. There's a boat horn button underneath this cap right here. When I push it, the horn blows. Is that awesome or what?
That's awesome.
Well, that buddy I was telling you about that had the 47, I said, man, I love this truck. I said, if you ever sell it, call me. He said, you'll be the first one I call. I waited a year because I'm a slow learner. I knew he was never going to call me, and he still got the truck. Yeah. So I went looking, and I found this in St. Joe. I flew up there. I don't buy anything sight unseen, so I flew up there, looked at the truck, said, yeah, I'll take it. And then I had it pulled down here to Nashville, and it's been a wonderful project ever since. I like the fact that on the tailgate, it has the dealer sticker that happens to be 85 years old. Red Cloud, Nebraska. That's where the farmer bought it. And I think it's interesting that the farmer said, look, I only want one extra thing. I want you to put another set of those reflectors on the truck. I did not know those were reflectors when I bought it, but there's a set on the tailgate and there's a set on the bed box. And when a light is shined on it, it reflects light. It's half of a red marble embedded in steel. I thought that was really cool. Uncle Sam said he needed me when I was 19, and I went to Vietnam, came back, went to school on the GI Bill, went back in as an officer, and ended up making it a career. Didn't plan on that, but that's what happened. Before I retired from the military, my wife said, honey, you know, when you retire, you can get a motorcycle again. Oh, man. And so I retired, and she didn't remember having that conversation. Yeah. But then I reminded her that Anyway, she acquiesced, and I did start riding again, and that's how I got my thrills. I started doing something else that I really enjoyed, which is installing wall covering. Yeah. And it's a 3-generation gig now. And I gave up riding motorcycles and bought this. So I punched the ticket with this now. That's my thrill.
That's great. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Thumbs up. I mean, it's rolling Americana. Yeah. You know, guys, especially working guys and gals, they love it because it's a piece of history. It looks like it's been there, done that. Yeah. You know, it's the essence of a working man's truck.
What would you say your favorite thing about it is?
You know, with a lot of hot rod guys, and by the way, they're a great breed. I have met very few guys that it was about them, that they want to share, they want to, I mean, just such a great group of guys and gals. So it's work in progress. So a few things that I've done to it, I took the original bumpers and split them. I took 1 inch out of the bed box and I lowered it 1 inch and then took 2 inches out of the bed box. So I lowered the bed because I just liked that COE look, that cab over engine look. So when it goes down the highway, it just, to me, it looks cool. A buddy of mine helped me, we widened the rear fenders and to fit those wheels in it. I like the wheels tucked in there like that. Put cutouts on it. Put vintage heat and AC on it. Redid the interior. Just little things, but little tweaks. I enjoy it.
You said cutouts, right? How often do you do that?
Every time someone asks me if I can turn them on, because it makes me smile. But yeah, it's the kid in me. Well, never had done that before. It was on a bucket list thing. A buddy and I did that. Did the 23 and the 24. The 23 was exceptionally good. It was through the back roads of the Carolinas, and we got bags of candy and through to the kids. You know, when you go down these little country roads, there was like 7,000 hot rodders, okay, doing this thing. And so you're in this caravan, and there's kids, and the farmer with his wife and the kids, they pull out and put their lawn chairs beside the road and watch the cars and trucks go by, and we threw candy to the kids, and whatever they had in the barn, they pulled out because they're proud of it. Or if they wanted to drive it for a segment, they would do that. Stopping at old diners, old service stations, yeah. and it was just fun. I recommend it to anybody.
There's a license plate up there that says Major Stud.
Yeah, that's my personalized plate that I had on the truck for some time. I'm a retired major in the U.S. Army. Yeah. And of course, Stud stands for Studebaker.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I mean, my wife will testify to that actually. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun with that. But then I put the original Tennessee plate on it, yeah. So that's what's been on there.
Well,
now.
I think.
But its name's Major Stud.
If you got a Ford or something after this, you can still put the Major Stud on it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I really love doing. I love going to car shows and kids coming. Some of them think it's like Mater.
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
And they love getting in the truck. They love climbing in the back of the truck. Mom and Dad are there. They're taking pictures. Yeah. It makes them smile. It makes me smile. And the best thing about that window right there is that Pisces fish, because I'm a Christian. And so if any way I have an opportunity to share the story, this truck allows me to do it. I love that.
And this is the last question. It's the one I ask everybody who's seen you know.
Yeah.
Would you sell it?
Sure.
You would.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. It's not for sale. There's a lot of pain and tears and aggravation and a lot of joy. But like I told you earlier, Eric, I don't love the truck. I don't think we ought to mix those up. So I like the truck, but yeah. And someday, you know, I won't have the truck.
Yeah.
Maybe by choice, maybe not by choice.
Yeah.
So.
But keep the major stud.
There you go. I like it.